I must say I love this. It's a photo frame that was, yeah, gifted to me by some family relatives after my first show with the band I had created in 2015. And oh hey, GoldenJRosa is live. Yes, you see, perfectly in time. GoldenJRosa is alive. So specifically, this band, the idea and concept and everything about it, I had started with it in 2015, and oh, hang on, it's, let's see what's happening right here. Today will be great, right? Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, there. Yes. There we go. Ding dong. Perfect. So yeah, um, I started with this band. I already at that time was already in the headspace of following the steps of like Metallica and AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. Those were the main three documentaries I'd already been watching for like 2 years at that time. And 2015 came around, a whole lot of universal things happened, which was cool, in my favor, which I loved. It was amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I might as well. Let's do this. Let's really make it happen. And yeah, long story short, um, I had with my bandmates at that time, we had gone through so many singers. We went through like around two drummers. Um, First drummer was really cool, and then our second drummer was like even more brilliant. I enjoyed like his company. Seriously, really cool guy. He actually got me my slide guitar piece. It was super nice. And it was so cool of him to come and watch the shows. When I came to South Africa with the pet project I was busy with at the time before GoldenJRosa, and like really setting my mind onto putting my heart and my soul onto the music that I know I will create. He came around and watched the show. It was so cool to see him. And he kept in contact with me while I was in Europe, which was really nice. So, yeah, that happened. But pretty much this whole scape of how all that came together in 2018, the band got its first, like, really big gig. It was, like, seriously a good get because there was this festival St. John's had, which on my own personal journey as a side quest, I'd done in 2022 with my tennis, which was really interesting and fun. So we didn't get into play that festival, but then we played like this festival here in the south of Johannesburg, and it was so cool because one of the major South African singers, Kurt Darren, was headlining there, and we were his opening act, and it was amazing because we played all our original music, no covers, no nothing, and it's pretty much no holds barred at all. It's like us being original, doing what we want, pretty much the whole rock and roll attitude. And thank God, because at the time, like seriously, the amount of singers I had gone through, like to get this project on the go, was insane. I swear, like almost, I really felt like Slash involved Revolver, where they got the band together, but now trying to find the right singer and the right fit and all of that, it was insane. But at least we got a singer and she came along, which oddly enough, she was the first person to audition for this. Hey everybody, hey GoldenJRosa fans, welcome to this. Um, I actually have a good way, a good nerve and feeling of saying we should call this Rosa Sundays, hey? Rosa Sundays. It's got a good ring to it. Rosa Sunday, take one. Think. This is like that one shot of Ed Sheeran. I watched that by the way. It was really cool. It was seriously amazing. There's like no edits, no nothing. It's live and it's straight, right, raw in your face right now, and we do the best as we can. Ding. We even had the lighting crew do the lights here, and I feel like Los Ulrich when he's like, "Hi everybody, welcome to Metallica Mondays," and then X, Y, and Z, and 1, 2, 3, and this is how we're doing it, and then we're gonna bring the show from this concert or whatever, and when we're live in Montreal, it's amazing. So yeah, it's pretty much what it was happening and potting at the time with that band. Like that band, like seriously went through so many different like weird phases. Like again, there's many influences, but myself, my bassist, and our drummer, we were on the same page in terms of like having a clean cut rock and roll. That's it. Clean attitude, playing rock music, hard rock music, and doing our best. Um, the guitarist and the singer, who was the first singer to audition for the project back in 2015, um, came around in the circle specifically when I came back. So the band started in 2015. The project started with myself and the guitarist, and then well into 2017. But by then we were just doing more studio sessions. And hey, who said hi? Let me see. I'll check from this phone. That one's like live from a distance. Hey Muaz Demi, how are you? Trust and believe you will. See, like ours is for multiple splits. Like me checking me in the camera from that side and this side. This is pretty cool. But how are you doing, Muaz? Trust and believe you are doing well. I'll even say hi. Yeah, hi. And thank you for being the number one fan on this live stream. It's pretty cool. Like seriously, and enjoying this next. Let's see. We'll do like an hour and a half for today. Just a good chat between myself and you, and oh, me and myself and I. No, I'm joking. With all of us. And yeah, let's see who comes on the live stream today. How's your week been? Let me ask you that before I just keep ranting on. How's your week been, Muaz? And I trust I am pronouncing your name right, Muaz Demi. So, how's your week been? How's your day been? And how's your weekend been? Let me know. Well, I have a bit of a munch. Just lunch. Actually, I got crackers. And to everybody on on this live, don't be shy. Seriously, drop comments. Let us know how your day's been, your week has been, your weekend, December as well. Um, yeah, everybody's cool here. We for each other. Let's put it that way. On Rosa Sundays. On Rosa Sundays. Whew. Yeah, it's been some time. And yeah, like I was saying, with that split between the singer and the guitarist and myself, my bassist and drummer, it was literally like Guns N' Roses. There was two different camps. It was weird. But yeah, the project started in 2015, but by 2016, myself and the guitarist were doing a lot of sessions in studio at the SABC studios in South Africa, Johannesburg. And yeah, the band slowly started taking like more of upward speed when we got our bases, because the bases we had in mind at the time was busy with a few other projects, so he couldn't really commit to the band, but he could help, which he did. Yeah, I helped in on some songwriting and recording when we were busy recording the content, but the music and everything was done like really quickly. I must say I was very glad with that, and actually quite honestly impressed. Um, Between myself and the guitarist, we had really written like the EP. It was just like getting. We didn't release it though because we the thought pattern we had at the time was, really doing it like how the guys back in the day with the bands did it. Like they got material together and then they just went and played places wherever they could, and then from there they will put it out as a record, or yeah, which now I understand you distribute it out and etc etc etc. At the time I was still learning about how you do all this, and yeah, we played the live shows. Everybody liked our music and all that. And once the band was a unit, then we were gonna go like definitely conclude the album, because by then we already had like 8 songs, and then obviously publish it and put it out, which didn't come to pass. But luckily, the songs that I had written at the time, I still safeguarded them and kept them. um, through the years, and I knew when the time was right to release them and put it out properly the way I truly felt they should have been put out, I would do that. Which thankfully is coming with the release of Rosa One, which is really really good. Um, the one song, which was the first one that I'd written, will be on Rosa One, and the second one that I'd written in 2016 will be on Gemini. That album will be released next year, and it's not that far away. So Gemini's already has its pre-save link, but yeah, go to Spotify, search GoldenJRosa. It will come up all the singles that had released throughout 2025, and then the album that will release literally 9 days and a few hours from now, December 17th. So on Spotify, it will release December 16th. I checked all that in analytics this morning, and yeah, the song that I'm referencing to here specifically is "The Perfect Age of Rock and Roll." Um, I'll get into reasons why I named that name specifically later, but the main riff and the song particularly was what I had written end of 2015. So yeah, 10 years ago to date in December. It was around about December, November, and the song really has a feel like My Michelle by Guns N' Roses, and it had a whole different name at that time. I put it out as some demos that I was busy with on this account, this YouTube account. Um, I would believe in 2015 or 2023, either one. I can actually check. Let me see. Okay, perfect. It was last year, 1 year ago. So the original name for that track that's on the album now was called Sweet Nightmare. And yeah, I just felt like I wanted to get all that residue of what I was busy with at that time out, so that when I put out the material specifically for the album, it's like clean, pure energy that I started resonating with specifically in 2022, which is good. Yeah, I don't want any of that, like, um, how do you say it? You got that water fountain, and then like it's a pristine water fountain, and the water is clear. I didn't want like any leaves or muck in it. I wanted it to be clean, which I'm glad it's happened and happening. So yeah, if you want to check in on this track, I rewrote it in a different way, but just with that title name, Sweet Nightmare. It's on, just search it, Sweet Nightmare J Rosa. That's what it's gonna look like. And this was the reasoning in terms of why I'd really taken my time, specifically in terms of getting everything together for the album, because I like really cherry picked certain events and certain songs and certain memories and stories that I wanted to tell from my perspective and perspectives of people that were around me all that time. So I'll definitely say that first album has got a bit of me and a bit of everybody that was on my journey from 2015. Then come Gemini, the second album, it's a whole lot of me. Like seriously, it's more of a deep dive into my world, specifically from Gemini and onwards, quite literally. So yeah, Rosa One really has a lot of the elements of quite literally my formation years, and like I'd say the souls that were around me during my formation years, quite literally. Souls that I may have liked, may have not liked, etc., etc. Doesn't really matter. But they were all pivotal to where I'm at now. Like a growing garden, you need each season, right? Each season brings along certain growths in different ways, and that's what it was with my art, with my academic and schooling, and then with my sports and with my interest in business and entrepreneurship and all that. So it was very crucial to where I'm at now to be able to stand fully rooted in who I am and what I'm creating, and then likewise the team and the new sets of souls that is with me now really reminiscing of who I am truly at my core, hence leading into Gemini. Specifically, thank you to Bridget and the greater universe pulling in all the strings that is not truly me into my era going into 2026. Absolutely infinite gratitude for it. It's going to be great. And yeah, then all this is out, which is good. All that's out and then in with the new feng shui, complete feng shui. So yeah, that 2018 show was really really cool. The band did very well. Quite honestly, it was our first one of our first shows for the year in 2018, and yeah, like I said, the music was done in 2016. The band project started in 2015 with just two members, myself and the guitarist, and like just a rotating door of different musicians that were interested in coming and starting the project off with us or in for the long haul, didn't matter. But yeah, started 2015. We finished most of the, like seriously, we finished the songs by, we started really 2015 November. So between October, November, December, January, myself and the guitarist had like all the songs written, and then by then we were literally just auditioning people to be a part of like the band that we wanted to have, especially in live. And for me, I like the aesthetics, specifically like with Slashers featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators and Guns N' Roses and Metallica. That band setup portrayal was definitely the image I like a lot and sought out to create. Which happened. It was really good. Two guitars, bass, frontman or front woman, and drums. Boom! You know, this explosive, um, like foreboding of artists and different aesthetics and all that, which was really, really cool. Like, seriously, very cool. So then, yeah, 2016, the songs were done, and then from there, we were just auditioning singers like forever. Frick. Because all the songs were written, lyrics, everything, myself and guitarist wrote that. And we just needed to find the right match. Hence saying like Slash with Velvet Revolver and Duff and Matt Sorum and Dave, like just wanting to see who the like Scott Weiland will be. And my gosh, did we get a Scott Weiland, because the way this band like seriously went through the works of being a rock band. Like, yeah, it did all the stuff that a rock band would have done over 20 years in literally 2 days. It was insane. But yeah, in 2016 it was just like a whole lot of band practices, and myself and the guitarist were doing a lot of sessions for other artists, specifically that time in studio. Then come near 2016, the end of 2016, then I'd gone to Europe. Um, Literally at the same time when Guns N' Roses started Not in This Lifetime tour, when Slash and Duff came back to Guns N' Roses. I was so stoked to see that. And they were passing by in Lisbon where I was at the time. And then likewise Metallica had also just released Hardwired to Self Destruct, which a really, really good friend of mine who helped me buy my guitars that I was, well, he suggested these guitars, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll buy this one, I'll buy that one, I'll buy that one. Especially with the popcorn business I had at the time, I was making money. So then money came in, and then I went and got that Les Paul. I'm like, yeah, this is so freaking cool. I was just looking for, like, seriously, I was only looking at Gibsons and Gibson Les Pauls, and not really bothered about anything else. And he's like, hey, since you're really like a big Slash fan, seriously, why don't you get a Slash Epiphone? I'm like, hey, that makes sense. And at the same time, like, it was quite budget friendly because I was already looking at guitars that were ranging at like 50,000 rand. 50,000 rand dollars or pounds, I'd say, is like almost 1,500 pounds, somewhere around there, even 1,700, close to that. And it's like, get this one for now. I know you really play guitar really good. And then from there, as you progress on your journey, you build your rig up, your guitar rig and your setups, you'll get the other ones that you obviously desire. And yeah, that happened. So time went by. 2016, I'm in Europe. Metallica came through. Guns N' Roses came through, and I'm busy playing pro tennis, which was really really cool. And knowing my two favorite bands are like literally within reach was so amazing. Like in many ways, it's like whoa. I don't have to just keep watching it on YouTube anymore. Like I can actually go see them in a live show, which was amazing. And yeah, but then what I had done, I pretty much gotten all the content for the band set up for the first album because it was done. We just needed to sing it at that point. And I'm like, cool, guys, I'm gonna leave you because I'm going to Europe for the next year, which was 2017. And everything was like in folders, and the way we created the ecosystem for the band to work, especially should any of us be traveling, the band would carry on. Hence, if the founders or the leaders were not there, it would work like a, a functioning entity, which was pretty much what it needed to be doing. So, yeah, got there. The bassist, the guitarist was quite in touch with me a lot, and likewise with my drummer. But yeah, the drums were sorted, so there wasn't much really. But pretty much the main guys in the band at the time was obviously myself, who was leading the project with in coherence with my guitarist, and then our bassist was like second to that, second to head with the project. Then I'm playing tennis in Europe, things went really good, all that, etc., etc., etc. Came back to South Africa, and yeah, a whole lot of things were different with my tennis. So you'll all find out in the book. When the book is ready, you can read it. And yeah, got back, got with the band, got the band, no pun intended, I got the band back together. And like seriously having to find a singer at that point. Like I was singing, I was having fun, but I didn't want to front the band. I really just wanted to, um, you know, play lead guitar, write songs, like seriously writing the lyrics, crafting the songs, putting everything together in studio and stuff. I really enjoy that. I could also do the singing. I didn't mind because sometimes on stage I'll like just go around and sing backing vocals, which we did at the 2018 show. It was really so cool, and it was amazing. You get like this rock star band in broad daylight. It was really really cool to see, and yeah, it was an amazing show. So that was 2017. We got the band back together. I wasn't playing tennis all that much for a couple of reasons, and then 2018 came around. That was 2018, July of 2018 was when we had that show, and we played that show. Really, really great show. It was amazing, like really superb. It was like, whoa, my dreams are like my desires and dreams are becoming real. It's not like it's way far away. No, it's like literally now, which was so cool. And after we wrapped up that show, we were really, really then super stoked to now just put the album out. Then a few things happened, which did not, which I kind of did see coming, but yeah, well, it was what it was. Um, it's just the classic tale. Like you got what's it, Fleetwood Mac, and whenever you got certain um, like relationships blending in between lines, so like friendship and like a work relationship or whatever. But once you start skewing the lines, like obviously it's not gonna work. And that was one of the things I said to my guitarist because he got in like him and the vocalist, her, they wanted to do their own thing aside from the band, which was cool. I had nothing against it. I was like, hey, by all means, you guys do what you need to, but just make sure that it does not mess up anything with the band because my mind is only on the success of this band. And if you guys do that and you like literally mess it up, I'm not gonna be all too happy. Xbox, Justin Bieber. You know, it was quite funny. I started getting a lot of that earlier this year, especially on the release of Roses, the first single. Am I male or female? It's like a Metatron question. I'm male. That was pretty cool. I like that, Justin Bieber. You male or female? I like your name, Xbox. So what books have you got? That was brilliant. And yeah, I started my tennis tour of South Africa in 2018 prior to that show because I'd done everything I needed to for the band. Like everything was done, music was recorded, band was started playing live shows, and we just needed to put our music out there. Then obviously bookings and shows and all that would come as a like fruit of the work that we had done. we finished the music, so it was about time that everybody heard the music. Yeah, that didn't go according to plan. According to the plan we had so then, specifically because at that point there was 5 members of the band and only 3 members were looking in the same direction. 2 weren't, so things changed up just a bit. But my tenors did very well, and I still was writing songs at the time. Where are you from? Are you da 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 da? Like seriously, what's that got to do with this? Hey, I'm from South Africa, and I've got enough. Let me just put it that way. That kind of you for asking. But if you really want to know, you can go and search GoldenJRosa on Spotify, even YouTube Music. That's my brand. And yeah, the debut album's releasing December 17th, X Books. So I'm the founder of GoldenJRosa, and that's pretty much my brand and story, and leading into most of the things that I do. It's one of the things I do. I do quite a couple of things. So yeah, in 2018, that band wrapped up because in the music they didn't go out, and the way the direction of everything went, because the guitarist and singer was no more together, and then obviously, like I said, it was not going to work, and they're not going to be friends after that. Right? Yeah. It happened that way. The band broke up. But myself and the guitarist were still cool friends. We were chatting. I'm like, listen, it's just now it's not going to be the same way it was once before. We were like together in it, and then should I do my own project, I'm leading it. I am the one that's making all of that happen. So yeah, I'm not sharing, like there's no shared interest in this. I'm the leader, I'm the one that's making it all happen, and particularly with my tennis at the time. Hence went back to Europe in 2019. I was still writing music, quite a lot of music, like seriously a lot of music. And then slowly I remained in contact with an artist friend of ours to do album art for us, who started just doing album art for me, which was good because I was just writing music and I was creating art. That's all I was doing, and it was fun. 2019, 2020, then I had a couple of songs with that art. Like seriously, I had like 2 albums worth of songs at that time. And by that point, I was like, okay, cool. My skills are really coming in for creating the art and the craft and all that. Now I just gotta like fine tune understanding how I put it out and the business and the industry. And then from there, ding, dream made real. Let me check what's happening. Um, no, I'm good. Thanks, X books. I like what I'm doing. And no, I don't want a loan. I don't need it either. Yeah, I love what I'm doing and the way it's growing to. It's amazing. So, thank you for the offer, but I'm good, thanks. So yeah, that art that I created at the time, because in 2019 there was a track and a demo that we had recorded, myself and the guitarist, and it was really cool. We had some really cool sessions, like seriously. The sessions were amazing, and some of the music that was like most of them that were coming out between him and I's brainstorming were really really cool. Like seriously, it was really quite interesting. And it wasn't like him only writing and me only writing. No, it was like me writing and him writing, and then when we came together and we wrote together, like seriously, there was some interesting material that started coming from those sessions. Hence, we were writing a lot for other artists, which went really well. And yeah, um, that was that. Yeah, 2019. Then I was doing very well with my tennis. Then I went and watched Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. That was cool. Thank God for the universe that made that happen. Because seriously, the way Matthew Bucas, how are you? Hi, long lost friend. No, I'm not lost, but hi. Neither are you. You still subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is good, and I'm so glad you can make it on this live. How you been? Trust you've been doing well. And actually, interesting question. How did What made you come onto the live? Answer that one. How you been, and what made you come onto the live today, specifically? Do tell. awesome. I'm so glad that you're great. That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. Yes, next response. Let's see what you said. Nice. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm so glad that it reached you. Like seriously, this is gonna become more regular, way more consistent, and for a lot of reasons. Answer me this: how much time have you got today? Because this live stream is still gonna go for an hour, and the plan with it is it's just like a Q&A, a chat, and I'm really considering naming it Rosa Sundays, where the fans, friends, um, people that were on my journey can get to interact with me on a one-on-one. Like last week Sunday was cool. Like I even was able to really rekindle with um, new fans, and likewise we have become regulars on the live streams, and like some people that were on my journey from school, which was really really cool. And yeah, now you're one of them. You here this Sunday and you like made it in time, huh? I believe you're like, I gotta be interesting. Oh no, I say that. But your siblings are doing good and you're doing well. And seriously, thank you for being here. There's so much to share. Like really, there's so much to share. Oh, brilliant. I do agree. It really is a great name, eh? A great name for a chat. Yeah. So I've already like scheduled all the live streams for GoldenJRosa. So every Sunday, all the way into the future, we will have Rosa Sundays, and then on Fridays we will have the live streams where I have been showcasing and demoing. Well, not really demoing, showcasing the releases of the singles. So obviously like Roses and Tic Tac Toe and Wonder and Ladybird, all those five singles that have released throughout 2025. I play them live, and then obviously I play some other songs that everybody would enjoy too. Should I be able to figure it out? But mostly just playing the content from the debut album for GoldenJRosa. And yeah, really growing the fan base and sharing it with everybody. And then soon, which is on the cards, I am definitely bringing GoldenJRosa to Cape Town for a couple of shows, and that will be good. So this is how all these live streams have started coming to be, Matthew. And there's actually an important question I need to ask you, and specifically your mother, because when I come back in 22, and I believe I met you and your brother in 23, I'd given your mom my school year books, and I'm currently writing a book in conjunction with all the albums that are releasing. So the debut album's releasing December 17th. Um, yeah, the pre-save link is in this about of YouTube or even on Instagram. And the next album's already like done. It will release next year in 2026, and the third album. And going along with the music and all that, I'm currently writing a book which was inspired by my partner. She's like listening to all my stories this year, and she said to me, she's like, seriously, you gotta write a book. And I thought about it for some time. Then I'm like, you know what? You're right. I will. Then I started writing the book. So yeah, that yearbooks that I gave to your mom for safekeeping, trustfully that she still has them with her. I'll be needing them soon so that I can have the photographs put into the book. And that book is really gonna be cool. Awesome! Oh, it would be great to see you there, definitely. Oh, and it's been some time that I was in Cape Town. Cape Town is really like one of the closest places in South Africa that is reminiscent to Europe. And yeah, I'd love to come and perform there for everybody. It'll be really cool, myself and the team for GoldenJRosa, because yeah, the singles are doing well on Spotify and YouTube Music and everything. And likewise, yeah, gaining some good traction in person and also over the internet, which is amazing. So to do a show in Cape Town will be like superb, and it's pretty much on like on the cards, like to play the stadium in Cape Town, like have a sold out stadium. That'll be so cool. Yeah, and then you can come backstage, and then you like got your passes and all that. It'll be brilliant. Seriously, it'll be brilliant. I'm so glad that you made it onto the live stream. This is so good. I'm loving it. Yeah, and then we will see on the on the account that the scheduled lives are scheduled, and then yeah, join on the ones that you are able to join. But specifically Sundays, it will definitely always be 1 o'clock. For Rosa Sundays, everybody's welcome. Like I'll share a bit of my story. Every like last week Sunday, everybody had a fun in the chat. Like the chat, they would. I was just like talking to Roger, or who was one of the peers at my school, and then a few of the fans just were engaging with themselves, and it was so cool to see how the engagement within the chat, like it was such a nice atmosphere and environment for everybody, chatting with me, chatting with each other. It was really really cool. So yeah, share it to your friends, share it with your family, share it with loved ones, the live streams, the album, the everything. And we're just gonna create such a cool community going forward. Like seriously, let me check what you're saying. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. Please do. Like just because I actually asked my mother to check in with Claire, but she didn't. But yeah, really, truly seeing you here was like universe sent. And like you said, it just popped up. So yeah, if you just do care to just send a message and say, listen, Jordan's looking for these books, or not looking, I know it's with her because I literally said I entrusted her with it for serious safekeeping, which she did promise me. And yeah, should the day come when I request for them, with good reason, yeah, that day is near, which is now. I'll be needing that soon because the way I'm writing my book really, really quickly, I'm nearing those years where those photographs will be very crucial. And then, yes, we'll also be there to cheer. Awesome! Oh, thank you. Cheering for each other here right now too, because we're already creating that reality, right? Oh, but thank you. It'll be seriously so cool. Like, amazing. That is definitely on the cards for GoldenJRosa in particular. To do sold out shows here in Johannesburg in the theaters and then the stadium, and then like specifically Carnival City. Once there will be really really cool to do it at the big top, and then we'll do a stadium show and a theater show at in Belito and by Durban, and then Cape Town definitely. That is like the circuit I've got planned out right now, way before going to Europe, but potentially next year in any way. Um, GoldenJRosa will have shows in the UK, which is really great, and then likewise Los Angeles. Yeah, that was the article that was done by Shoutout LA in promotion for the album. That's also in the description of this, so you can have a read on that when you have the time or make the time. And yeah, it's going pretty well. It's really going well. Let's see what your next one is. What's the genre of music? Okay, I'll answer that now, Matthew. Can you say hi, Raheel? Yeah, sure. Hi, Raheel. How you doing? Okay, so Matthew, the genre of music for the first album in particular is it's pretty much across the board. I did it that way. Reasons, as I said earlier. Let's see. Thank you. Pleasure, Raheel. It's a total pleasure. Reasons I say it's across the board is because when I started my journey from about 2015, writing songs, working in doing sessions and studios and working with other artists, and then getting my band together at the time and all that, this, that, and the other, that's like the history. Um, I really felt like for the first album, I should write songs that kind of represented all the souls that were around me in my formative years. People that I might have not liked, people that I liked, people that are definitely like in line with who I am, and then obviously me, what I truly do like and enjoy. So there's a bit of like inspiration of funk. There's a bit of inspiration of definitely pop. I like pop, and rock. I love rock. Between hard rock and pop, I really like those two, and just like a little bit of like the one track that's called Right Path. Some of the people that I shared it with in the last year, they're like, wow, this has got that like lounge chill type vibe. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And I was just making the music. So for this first album, it's pretty much across the board. The only thing except for reggae, like reggae is not in the albums, and specifically, I'm not going to be putting that on um, any of the GoldenJRosa albums. I like playing reggae, but it's not what I'm bringing across in my brand. But yeah, that's pretty much the direction of this first album. The second album is like the singer-songwriter approach, but very much still infused by pop and rock, but not too heavy rock. I'd say soft rock. And there's a movie that you should check in that's called Begin Again. That movie is pretty much the whole inspiration for the second album. And yeah, there's like some really cool actors in that movie. I love it. Mark Ruffalo, CeeLo Green, who's obviously artist as well, Adam Levine, Keira Knightley, highly Seinfeld, Field, either way. I trust I pronounced your name right. It just came off on a whim. So yeah, that's the second album, and then the second album onwards is definitely like what I do enjoy, like pop and hard rock and all the elements of what is in that genre sphere. But mostly and for all as the brand as a whole, I'll just be making music and music that I like and enjoy and have enjoyed with friends or fellow fans and all that's the best that I'll be doing. But the premise of it all is definitely like rock and pop. Definitely. But this first album, it's got even a tinge of soul. Like seriously, there's a song that's called Heaven Sent. That like got a lot of soul into it. It's Heaven Sent and God's Best. Those two have quite a bit of soul um, feel to them in the songs, and I think that'll be like the only two. So whenever like you ask me to play a GoldenJRosa soul song, it will be those two, but not anymore going into the future. And then what's another track? Right Path is a cool vibe song. Like seriously, that one is just a vibe song in like in many ways. Then the ones that you already know, Roses is yeah, that's like very much grunge rock. Even one of the liaison companies that I was chatting to the executive earlier this year, a lovely, lovely executive, Ashley Jade. She's like, it's such what's it, alternate rock. I'm like, okay, that was cool to hear. Like at this point, like it's so cool to see the response that the world is having to my music, because obviously in my own head I'm thinking it's like this, but the way everybody else receives it is pretty cool to see. So I'm like, wow. She's like, yeah, it's alternate rock. I'm like, cool. If that's what feels cool to you. So yeah, like Wonder and Tic Tac Toe for me definitely felt like the pop commercial songs, and then Lady Bird was just a nice chilled song, and then Roses and Strange Case Off is definitely that grunge alternate rock. Particularly like Strange Case Off. That one, I remember that day when I was writing it while I was on my tropical island adventures. Um, I was listening to like Nirvana, which one of my favorite bands, a week prior, and then for some reason this week I didn't listen to any music, I didn't watch any concerts, I was just being, right, enjoying the scenery, enjoying everything. And I picked up my guitar and I just started playing, and I'm like, whoa, this sounds very nice. It's like so simple, like really simple, but there was something about that song that just like hooked me. And from there, like that's where I like really started putting production into making that song happen. Oh, great. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, very diverse sets of music, largely. Specifically, the first album as well. It's very diverse. I didn't intend on like zoning it into one like album where like let's say for instance you take like Bruno Mars's 24 Karat Magic, you will only expect it to be in that direction. No, the first album I definitely wanted it to be across the board, and whoever could resonate with whatever would resonate with it. And yeah, moving into the albums to come, then I would like hone in specifically like my bands that I enjoy, like Guns N' Roses, which is a huge factor to me stylistically, aesthetically, and um, musically. I'll start going in that direction. But for the first album, I would want and desire everybody to have a piece of themselves seen in Rosa One. Definitely. So if you're in like the chill lounge vibe type thing, hey, there's a song that resonates with you. If it's only pop and you don't want any guitar solos, whatever, that one resonates for you. And yeah, then the rock heads and then this there and whatever. But specifically for this first one, that was the approach. That was really really cool. And again, like to most of the souls that were in my formative years, like acknowledging them somehow, some way through the songs, and closing definite books that needed to be closed. Like one of the tracks on it is called "The Perfect Age of Rock and Roll." That was one of two songs that I had written in literally 10 years ago, November, December of 2015. And when I'd written that, then written the next one, which that next one will be on the second album. I was like, okay, cool. Definitely closing books, never mind chapters, closing books and opening up a whole new book to a whole new world that is definitely me now, which is cool. I've learned all the lessons that I needed to. I had all the experiences I had to create what I'm creating moving into the future, which will be really, really cool. So, yeah, that's it. Any thoughts you've been having on it, Matthew, since like since meeting me? And then it was quite a while because then I've been very very busy with all the other teams that I was working with, and then obviously too now seeing the projects that I've been working on specifically for my brand being released. Anything that stood out to you in particular? Hey, well, give it all the thought you need. We still got some time. Yeah, we haven't preached an hour yet. There's no rush, specifically because it's Sunday too. Oh wow, that is like very nice of you to say, like Matthew. That is so cool. Like in many many ways. Yeah, journey's been interesting, eh? Like in many many ways. Ah, okay. In life, not time. Um, Hey, for me, when I saw you saying like time, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool because it's one of the movies I really enjoy, called In Time. Justin Timberlake acted in it. It was a really cool movie. A friend of mine, while I was in Europe, actually said to me, he's like, "Have you watched this movie?" I'm like, no, but it does look interesting. And she's like, "You gotta watch it. I would definitely enjoy it." And I watched it, and I love that movie so much. So I like the fact that you said In Time. Hey, time is one of like time is my like serious. That's my favorite thing, and I never waste time, not at all. Where do you come from? I'm presuming this is right here. I am from South Africa. I'm born in South Africa, and yeah, since then, I Phew. Until I turned 16, then I was traveling quite a lot in Europe, with tennis and with my music. I'm playing pro tennis and then obviously writing music and all that and being engaged in that like whole atmosphere in Europe too. Oh, brilliant! I'm so glad that you've seen that movie, Matthew. It's a brilliant movie. Like seriously, I love it so much in many ways. And I did it better than Wall. Like seriously, he made it in time for his mother. I did it in time for my mother, my grandparents, and all other people and other lifetimes. And I still got time, and I'm getting a whole lot more. Oh, brilliant! So it is Rael. Nice, definitely. No, that's cool, Rael. Um, I'm glad that I remember that it is you. When I saw it come up, I'm like, great, yeah, engage, guys, chat, talk. You're welcome. This is your space. Yeah, South Africa is pretty neat. I must say it's really cool. And seeing the way that it's going right now, I'm loving it. I'm loving it much so. Yeah, but to come back to you on that, Matthew, like in many ways, music and art as a whole, for me, has been something very, like, it could just allow you to be, right? Um, you didn't have to be perfect in any way, or the way one would define perfect. It's up to you. But I always enjoyed music from when I was little, and growing and evolving on my journey. And then when the time came, or the universe had it be that way, um, yeah. And I started writing music, and I started like creating bands and doing all that. It was pretty cool to see that evolution, and it's something that's always been within my sphere. And what I really liked about music and art as a whole, even at my school with my art teacher, specifically come high school, her name was Mrs. Champion. Um, there isn't really a set of rules, and this is what I always used to say to him. Like art is like it can be abstract, it can be subjective. It depends on the artist. And it's like they're saying, um, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So for me, it was so much the opposite of what I was used to with obviously like with my academics really doing well, and then my tennis and sport. Like you have to win. It's very competitive. That is the environment. It was the complete antithesis of the environments that I definitely fostered in first, way more than my like art. It was the release. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to do it right. Well, there isn't a sense of doing anything right. Like just do it, and whatever that looks like, looks like what it is, right? Specifically the art and like the choir and the choral verse that we used to do at St. Catherine's, the school I went to. And where when you're playing professional tennis or if you're swimming, you gotta swim the like the what's it the meet right and the stroke perfect, and then if you like don't do all these techniques perfectly, obviously you're not gonna win. um, you'll either come second or last. And at the time we were very like winning oriented, particularly with my swimming and my tennis at that time come 2012. So yeah, art as a whole was always something that was cool. It's like, okay, whatever it is, and whatever it turns into being, that's what it is. Um, you can't really um, make it. It's something that talks to your soul. Let me put it that way. Like if it resonates and feels right to you, great, well done. And that's what I really enjoyed with my music and my art as a whole, particularly. And yeah, enjoyed it quite a bit. Brendan McKinley. Hi all, greetings from Ireland. I love it, Brendan. Seriously. And you got the name of the dude who was like my guitar tech. I'm gonna get new guitars soon. So Ireland, definitely. Brendan, right now I am promoting the debut release album of my brand, and I am yet to see Ireland on the analytics. I definitely have the UK there, which is cool, and we possibly will be having shows come next year for Golden J Rosa. But seriously, that was such a nice warm welcome and greetings to everybody in this chat and to us. Yeah, welcome, thank you, come to our space. No, you're really here. Thank you, Brendan. It was really nice to see. Literally, I saw the flag on that phone. I'm like, yo, that looks like Ireland. Then I pulled this phone up and I'm like, and it is. A lot of my peers and friends that I had, and still have, come from like Ireland and Wales and England, Scotland, specifically between England and Scotland too. So I'm glad to say I've got a friend now in Ireland, which is cool. I am a musician too, so I will look forward to your friend's music. Awesome! I'm glad that you're a musician too. Seriously, that is brilliant, Brendan. My friend's music, it's my music. I just say like it's my brand's music specifically. So I'm J Rosa, but my brand is Golden J Rosa. Should you be a Guns N' Roses fan, you can like see the relevance from G and R. Mine is just GJR. But yeah, it's my music, and seriously, just search it in YouTube, or even just go to the about in this YouTube account, and you'll see the pre-save link come up for the debut album. It's releasing December 17th, and it'll be cool to come and play shows in Ireland. Like, I'm seriously stoked for that. That'll be so cool, right? That's all cool. It's all cool. Don't worry, Brendan. Seriously, it's all good. That's why we're here. As I was saying to a new friend that I'd made in 2022, as just being in attendance with my mother's event. Matthew's right there now. Yeah, this is our space, seriously. And moving forward into the future, I'm definitely naming, because I've got a couple of live streams set up. So live streams on Friday is specifically just showcasing the five singles that I've released for Golden J Rosa, and then I just play them acoustically. I play them as raw as possible. You know, like something similar to like what Metallica does in the tuning room. It's not really like polished up. So yeah, oh, brilliant. No, thanks. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do on the Fridays. And then on the Sundays, we naming this chat Rosa Sundays, where everybody just comes around, has a chat with each other in the live, or chats with me with what I'm doing for my music, what I'm doing in general. And yeah, everybody just has like a nice space to be themselves, have fun, and meet new people. And yeah, seriously share what they do. Okay, let me just check your other ones. It's all cool. Seriously, it's all cool, Brendan. And I'm glad that you do understand that. It's really cool. Let me respond to Matthew real quick, and then I'll check on your questions at the bottom right now. Okay, that's brilliant, Matthew. Um, it's 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 good in many ways too, because yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it. But in many ways, I just gotten into like my taste of music, even though like it was like synonymous in the house with the music my mother was playing, my aunt and uncle was playing, and then even my own taste with like cartoons I was watching was always definitely leaning towards rock and pop. And then the first few artists I definitely enjoyed was like the likes of Pink and Nickelback played at the time with a friend. This is the friend I'm telling you about, Brendan, whose family's from Scotland. His mom, his name's Callum. His mom always used to play Nickelback, and then Katy Perry was so like what was playing on the radio at the time. It was always like a lot of rock and a lot of pop, and it seemed to be the music that Matthew that we gravitated towards and enjoyed. This is way before even learning any instruments or playing any instruments. And yeah, like there was Katy Perry, and then there was Pink and Nickelback. That was around about the time of Hot and Cold, and then '09 came, and Pink released Fun House. By then, I already knew who Pink was, and then Lady Gaga was on the scene too with her debut album, and then years later, 2010 and 11, we all got introduced to Bruno Mars, And that was like pretty much my formative stages of all my favorite like artists, and I like their songs, generally like their songs that they were playing, like seriously. um, yeah, definitely, Brendan, it'll be really really great, definitely it was. And to play, yeah, I can play. It's just I didn't set up any instruments for today. Can you play one now with acoustic? Oh, I don't have an acoustic guitar, so I usually, and I like, the only acoustic guitar I had was the one my mother got for me as soon as I was really playing music and learning music at school. So I'm gonna have to plug in one of my guitars. If you're willing to wait, I can like plug it in and play it soft, because I just play electric on clean most of the time, especially when it's like acoustic. Because yeah, I don't have an acoustic right now. I gifted my acoustic guitar to my school, and yeah, they kept it in good state. No, thanks, Brandon. Truly appreciate it. But definitely Friday, this coming Friday at 1 o'clock, I'll be playing all the songs, and well, all the 5 singles that has released. And yeah, I'll probably play it clean or with distortion, either way. mm. But let me see if I can actually get a guitar plugged in. Then I really want to play Roses for You. That's a nice track. You still got time? Like, I'm still gonna go for like about 30 minutes, and then yeah, I'm gonna call it for a wrap for this Rosa Sunday's live stream. The album is called Rosa One. Let me actually. So the exact like profile photo that's on this YouTube account is actually the album art. But let me just show you where the album's at. So you see in the description, trustfully it's not inverting backwards. Oh shoot, it is. Let me see if I can do this. Ah, perfect. So in the description, you got the article that was done by Shoutout LA magazine earlier this year, and then here's the pre-save link for the album. I'll tap on it, and then this comes up. And then, yeah, here's the album. GoldenJRosa, powered by Teto, Rosa 1. And then, yeah, you can pre-save it. Pre-save on Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music, Deezer, Tidal, and AudioMac. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see what you said now, Matthew. But I see you gotta run. Awesome! Well, cool, Matthew. Have a lovely Sunday. Thank you for really making the time and seeing the notification for this live. So, yeah, it's really cool. Really cool chatting with you, catching up for bits and all that. And, yeah, we'll clock in with you next week, Friday and Sunday, for music and talks. It will be really good. And, Brendan, thank you. I do appreciate it, Brendan. That's brilliant. And you are the #1 fan now on the live stream, which is really cool. I'll get it after this live. Brilliant. Oh, that's cool. Definitely. No, that's all good. Yeah, and even if you just search on Instagram, just GoldenJRosa, I'm very active there. Specifically with just getting content out, and then on the daily sharing what I'm busy with, and yeah, like hairstyles and all this that I'm curating for the albums and all that. It's pretty cool. You're welcome. Great seeing you. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much. Great seeing you too. Much so, much so. So yeah, definitely checking in on the pre-save link will be really cool. And yeah, even on Spotify, just search GoldenJRosa, everything will come up. And as I'm growing the brand, yeah, gonna integrate like a whole lot more facets of who I am as the founder, and obviously the creator of GoldenJRosa, and then in the direction that it will be in. And then trustfully, yeah, definitely by 2026, having a whole lot more live shows. I have the band together, and yeah, I already got a bassist right now, but for the moment, I will still be doing auditions for drummers, backing vocals, well, background singers, and definitely another guitarist. I like two guitars. So hey, Brandon, what do you think? Oh, brilliant! No, seriously, brilliant. So yeah, no, I'm glad we made a new. Like seriously, I feel like a kindred spirits, Brendan. Like I want to say to you, fan, but like the way you like literally came in, and you're like, "Hey, greetings!" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. You can't be a fan. It's a new friend." Seriously, I was in bands years ago. It was record sales and shops and tapes. Whoa, wow! Please do tell. Like, yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, it has changed largely from what the world was then to how it is now. I can believe that. I somewhat experienced a little bit of the tail end of it, but not fully in its entirety. Especially by the time when I'd started, well, 10 years ago when I'd started putting my first band together and I was doing like sessions in studios and all that. Yeah, then I was 15 at the time. So, yeah, but how have you been finding it? Especially like when you were in bands and record sales in shops and tapes. How did you feel the transition from like obviously like because I'm busy writing a book for well my autobiography for the brand, right? And in the early years of me being me, at about 03, 02, my mother, like one of the gifts that she had gotten for me was a Walkman, right? A Walkman, and I had the cassette tape of Eminem. And I remember from like that year specifically, moving on, how things like progressed so quickly. Then it was CDs, then it was DVDs, and then from there, like it just like as you do know, everything like literally evolved. And I was, that is true. That is very very true, and I agree. That's why the Beatles makes millions as it was on records, millions and definitely. And the musicianship like seriously was good in like not good, great in every sense and shape. Um, they were really, really brilliant at their craft and what they were doing. And I like that reference. Like, really, I do. The Beatles. I had a shirt of Paul McCartney and John Lennon like about 5 years ago. One of my favorite bands too. I really, really do love them. Yeah, that's true. It's very, very true. You're speaking a whole lot of truth there, Brendan. Yep, that it is. In many, many ways. I remember when myself and my um, grandfather were on a production set 3 years ago for a show called The Coolest OGs. It aired on Netflix. And just prior to when we were doing the, like you got interviews, like obviously in the industry where you do an interview with this broadcasting agency or with that or whatever, right? And Miles Kennedy, well, slash featuring Miles Kennedy and Conspirators are definitely like one of my staple bands that I listen to. I definitely love like pure rock and roll, right? And Miles said, it's like, when you answer these questions and you say these things, you often have to like say the same thing, but in different ways because, yeah, the way they change everything is very interesting. That it is. Live gigs is a good way to make a whole lot of dollars. Dollars in good cash. It really, really is. Especially when set up very well, hey? It does superbly. But that's the original. Like seriously, like personally, I believe as much as everything has gotten so digitized, you still can't get away from the trueness of having like live bands and live gigs, because that's where it's at and that's what it's about. Um, Changing everything of the logistics of how it gets to like music lovers and fans and all that is one way, but There's always still one meeting point, and it's a live show, and you've got one or an artist or band that is seriously amazing at what they do at their craft, and yeah, everybody will have a great time. And be it making good money, be it turning it into a huge spectacle, will definitely always yield like great results, like all the time. Definitely all the time. Yeah, this is my snack for today, man. Last week I was chilling on crackers, and everybody was having fun on the chats. But do you perhaps have any of your music on the internet? Um, I was checking in on a couple of fans ones that they were sharing last week. It was pretty cool to see. And likewise, what music did you play in the bands that you were in? It's quite funny. It's like watching myself eat popcorn. I should actually get popcorn for the next time. That'll be cool. Like watching my own my own cinema. And just pop it out. Oh yeah. Let's take one. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you care me asking the likes of who? That is seriously pretty cool. That is like very amazing. Let's see. I just had to have that there in the chat, Brandon. Like seriously, that is so cool. I must say, for me, what was cool last year was, oh wow, it's starting to rain here by me. Um, yeah, there was a couple of shows I was doing with the MJ team, and well, the Michael Jackson. That it is. It really is. There's a couple of shows I was doing with this Michael Jackson tribute team that I was working with, specifically last year, and yeah, we like this was quite interesting. There was a couple of scenarios that happened. Indeed, indeed. And the gentleman that was doing the sound for our show in particular, he had actually worked with Michael Jackson's team when they came and did the show here in South Africa in 1997. And yeah, when he introduced himself and he said he worked with obviously the real MJ, not the MJ like tribute shows, the main show. It was pretty cool. I'm like, whoa, that's it. And like seriously, when he was like at the sound desk and everything that he was doing, I was like, I was like, wow, like, my guitar sounded so cool. I'm like, yo, that's like the real deal. It was amazing, and like especially like the transition from when I was doing sessions at the studios, then obviously to meeting the likes of these people that worked with all these big stars and artists was seriously insane. I did. Literally, I did. Oh, that was so funny. Oh man, your timing was brilliant on that. Seriously, literally. So it was. Well, if we're gonna use like these, I wanted to use like I would have used my rings. So it was a sound engineer, and we're on the stage, right? And this show was at a hotel. Oh, lovely hotel. Like seriously, one of the nicest hotels in South Africa in Ballito, right? And yeah, it was him, me, and then the Michael Jackson look-alike there. And the gentleman's explaining now, obviously, his experience doing the show with Michael at the one stadium and the like main like arena in Sun City. Also, a very cool tourist attraction in South Africa. And yeah, he's telling us the story. And I plug in my guitar and I'm like, look, I'm the musician, so at least I know that I'll be holding Paul, and I'm not trying to pretend to be anyone else. I'm being me, right? And I'm like, yo, Michael, now you gotta go, dude, because this is the real Michael Jackson's people that was working with him. Oh, that was so funny. I love the timing of that, Brendan. It was brilliant. Seriously brilliant. Oh man. I love it. Yeah, and then the second one was a little bit more closer to home. So this year, in the area that I live in, where there's the Henley Performing Arts, right? And myself and my partner were playing our roles in that show. And when we were finished, there was somebody in the crowd that came up to me and she's like, I've always seen you walking around here in our little village. Seriously, Brendan, you'll like it here. Like, the area I live in is so synonymous to Europe in many, many ways. It's like a little pocket of Europe within South Africa, which is pretty cool. And yeah, she's like, I've always seen you walking around and the way you dress, and you look like you can be on a magazine cover. And then she came out and she told me she was like the photographer of Michael Jackson at the 97 stadium show too. And she wouldn't mind doing photography sessions of my art and all that. I'm like, yo, this is pretty insane. Like, check out this. Like, the universe is literally just guiding all the perfect people on my journey to me as I needed. Like, it was really, really interesting to see. That was, yeah, that was earlier this year. That was around February, March that happened. And then each step was like becoming its own as the journey unfolded. And then, yeah, prior to that, there was a few um, artists within my sphere that I like Guns N' Roses and all that. They started approaching me with my work that I've been doing and putting out into the world. And I'm like, yo, this is cool in 2021. And yeah, the journey has been amazing and I'm still loving it the way it's unfolding in many, many ways. Oh wow. Very, very windy right now. It really was. Really, really was a great experience in many, many ways. Likewise with the MJ team, and then likewise with the, role models that I aspired to become like the likes of Slash and all that. So when they started approaching me, like DJ Ashball, one of them, whoa, who played with Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses, obviously before Slash came back, and then like getting like some recognition on the work that he did and what I started putting out was really cool. Recently, Jared Leto like also started like what's it, engaging with the GoldenJRosa account, which is so cool. It's yeah, I'm enjoying the experience and I'm enjoying the like like new fans, new friends that is coming along for the journey moving into the future. So yeah, like Brendan, when we conclude this live and you go subscribe to you can even search GoldenJRosa on on YouTube. I am so enthusiastic to see that Ireland will show up as the 20th country because yeah, the brand is live in 19 countries, and I really want to come to Ireland. Like I'm very very stoked about that. Yes, yes, I do. I live in South Africa. Yeah, I do. Truly is. I agree with you in many, many ways. I must say, this country has come around a long while, and at the like definite grace of touring South Africa is there's like just one part I need to go to. It's called Port Elizabeth. But yeah, with my school, we had so many school tours, and when I started playing tennis professionally, I had many tours, and then likewise with my music and band and artists that I've worked with, I had so many tours in South Africa, and it really, really is a beautiful part of the world. So well put, Brendan. Like seriously, very, very well put. There's just so much to this country, like in many ways, and it's like vast, like very vast and interesting. Very, very interesting. It's like never a dull moment here. it's always it's always got like that ace up its sleeve. No, it's okay. No, it's very much okay. In comparison to like Australia has way more dangerous animals and insects. South Africa, not really. And there's certain parts of South Africa that you would go to. So like in the area where I live, it's almost similar to like how can I say? Almost similar to like where London, like how London is. It's very saturated but small. So this is here where I live in Johannesburg. It's very saturated but small, and very modern, right? And then you gotta go to Ballito or Durban. That's obviously a little bit more coastal area, coastal with escarpments and all that. And yeah, you've got great views, but you also got very well developed areas. And then obviously Cape Town, which is quite renowned globally. Yeah, no, the insects and the animals and all that is like very much to the parts that is quite desolate. So like there's a large part of the country where it's only just land, where I'm sure it's also quite renowned internationally, where it's called the Big Hole, and where a lot of the miners for diamonds came there specifically. Like there is quite a bit, definitely, but it's only just land. Like there isn't like any sense of where people would stay, largely. Like there's not a lot of built up areas. And a little bit into the area, like I said, Port Elizabeth, where I would like to go one day. One more, just before I go and travel with GoldenJRosa for tours and shows. It would be nice to go visit them. And closer up north to the tropic, close to Rhodesia, where Zimbabwe is, there's also very beautiful. And yeah, everything is really balanced. It's really quite balanced. In the sense of it, like coming into your house and all that, no, that doesn't happen. Not at all. It's very far away from, it's far removed from where the built up areas is, and the very modern, nice areas too. So the animals have their place, and then obviously people have their place. So it's very rare that you get animals coming into people's houses. Hence why I said like Australia. Australia's a bit different. Like, whoa, you know, like, okay, maybe this ant can bite you or this or whatever, and then something, yeah, get you an allergic reaction or whatever. But yeah. Cool. I'm gonna wrap that up for today. There's still quite a couple of other things I intend on doing for the afternoon, and that was a pretty good live. Being able to check on new people, old fans, recurring fans, new fans and friends. Definitely Brandon. Like, this has been so cool. Greetings from Ireland. Thank you very much. I try my best to do the Irish accent, but it's heavy, eh? You'll help me with that one day. I sure do believe. So yeah, have a lovely Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thank you, Brandon, for going to check in on the album and seeing the singles that I've released. And yeah, let's keep creating this future that is gonna be super amazing. And I definitely am super stoked to be seeing Ireland coming up on the analytics for the brand. It'll be really, really cool. Great. Thanks, guys, and have a lovely, lovely Sunday. Rosa Sunday's done for today. Wait, gotta do this. Ding.